Hello, I'm Gretchen Rubin, author of Outer Order, Inner Calm, and this is what I'm reading. The first book I'm reading is Exhalation by Ted Chang, and this is a wonderful book of science fiction short stories. And I have to say, I was flabbergasted the minute I started reading that I hadn't already read everything that Ted Chang has written, because I loved it so much immediately. I thought, how is it that the people in my life haven't ordered me to read this? The minute I finished this, I went and got my hands on everything else that he's written. They are beautifully written. They are very thought-provoking. They are not, even if you don't think that you like science fiction, they're very philosophical. They play out certain possibilities in a way that's extremely interesting. There are a lot of religious ideas in here too, which I found particularly interesting. I just loved this book, and I'm telling everyone to read it. The second book I'm reading is The Dutch House by Patchett. This is a wonderful novel. It's the kind of novel that's beautifully written and thought-provoking, and also a page-turner, like something that I just ripped through. I love this book so much, and my sister Elizabeth loved this book so much, that we chose it for our book club choice. Together, we're the hosts of the Happier with Gretchen Rubin podcast, and from time to time, we choose a book for all our listeners to read together. And we picked this book because there's so much to talk about. It's a wonderful reading experience. It's the story of a brother and a sister who have a very, very loving and supportive relationship, even though they have many, challenges in their life. I'm a huge fan of all of Ann Patchett's work. I particularly love her memoir, Truth and Beauty, which is the story of her friendship with Lucy Greeley, the writer. And I also love Bel Canto and Commonwealth. So of course I ran right out to get this book. I loved it. The third book I'm reading is Wow, No Thank You by Samantha Irby. Now, I found my way to this book because online, somehow, I ran across an excerpt, one of the essays from this collection, and it was so funny and so thought-provoking that I thought, oh my gosh, I've got to get my hands on the whole collection. And I love her use of language, her use of metaphor. She's so funny. And I love essays. And so one of the things that was great about finding this book and enjoying it so much is, like, now I have a new writer to follow, so now I've got to hunt down all her other books. It's always so thrilling to discover someone where then you want to run out and read everything else that they've written. I really love essays, but I think even if you don't think of yourself as the kind of person who tends to be attracted to books that are collections of essays, I think that you would still really like it. It's the kind of book that you can really rip through. Loved it.